In this episode of Who Reviews, we will be covering the Masked Rider Kabuto Figure-rise figure. I want to start by elaborating a little bit on the Figure-rise figures. They are a series of model kits that cover Kamen Rider, but I also know they cover Dragon Ball Z, though I'm not sure what else they do, to be perfectly honest. I really only care about the Kamen Rider figures. But they're extremely articulated, is what I'm trying to say. They're near Figure-arts level quality in terms of articulation and paint. Now, you see, a thing that I love about these Figure-rise figures is that you can really get away with not painting them. They're expertly painted. Just take a look at this, the picture on the box here, and you can get a little bit of a feel for that. It's a little bit better painted than what you get inside the box, but it is an actual image of the figure itself. They just replaced a lot of the stickers, it looks like, with the actual pieces, it almost looks like, or maybe they didn't. I'm not 100% sure. This is definitely different than what you get in the box. But for the most part, it's extremely accurate to what you get in the box. Now we'll look on this side of the box over here, and you get the two views of Kabuto here. You get the front view and rear view. Then you can look down and see Dark Kabuto here. And then you can look down at the bottom here and see Dark Kabuto and the Kamen Rider Kabuto logo, which is also down here. Now this is a Bandai official figure, just to let you guys know that. And on the other side of this box, you can see a lot of the accessories that he comes with. You get the kunai gun, the Kabuto Zector, which is the beetle here on his chest, or not chest, on his henshin belt. That's what allows him to change into Kamen Rider Kabuto. And you get three different versions of it for his three different forms. You get the henshin version, which is with the gold part, and then you get the masked form version of the Zector, and then you get the version of the Zector that's wings can open, so you can do it like it's flying around like it does in the show. Then you can look down here and you can get the you get the Zectmizer, I think is what that's called. I haven't seen the entirety of Kabuto. I think I've only seen a few episodes, but I was really enjoying what I was seeing. But, and then you can see down here, it says cast off, and you get the masked form. This looks really cool. And this is, I do like to see that on this, the front of the box, you get to see Kabuto in one of his signature poses, which is really cool. And it gets you a little bit of a taste of the articulation that you can expect from this figure. That's really about all I want to talk about from the box. So let's get right into the figure. Here is Kamen Rider Kabuto in his masked form, and he looks majestic. I've always liked this form just because of the bulky aesthetic, and it just looks like he's about ready to wreck some face. Let's be honest. And I'm also extremely happy with how they did the different colored sections of it, like the red and the gray and the black here and everything. They could have just done stickers. But I'm really glad to report that they didn't. While there are a lot of stickers on this mode, this whole chest piece doesn't have any stickers, which is nice. Aside from the collar here, that's one big sticker. But other than that, it looks really nice. Though I will have to complain because there are a surprisingly large amount of stickers on this figure. The entire arm guard here is laced with stickers. The Zect logo here is obviously a sticker. And the henshin belt has a sticker on it. And he's having a little bit of trouble standing right now. The henshin belt here has a sticker on it. Let's see if we can focus. But they also have the entire crest up here. The entire gray part is a sticker, and then they added this little tiny sticker right there. Some of the stickers on here were extremely difficult to deal with, but something I am glad they included is a sticker, just because they didn't have to, and it's nice that they did. They included 3 copies of the golden side of the horn, so that you can put it on all 3 Zectors, so that you can sort of emulate doing the cast-off sequence. You can have the, you can have it at halfway, and then bloop, and then boom, cast off. But that's just really cool. I like that. Also, the fact that they made me build 3 of these tiny bugs, that was frustrating, but I'm glad that they did because it was awesome. So, that's about all I have for the figure's aesthetic. I really like it, and I really like the color choices for it. It's really simple, but it looks badass, and that's really what it comes down to. So I definitely approve of the aesthetic of the figure. So I guess we should get into posability. As for articulation, I am happy to say that this figure has plenty. The head can swivel side to side, look down that far, and up about eye level, as it is inhibited by the chest piece and collar. The shoulder pads can move out to a very minor extent without popping off. Again, be careful when posing this, as it is a model kit and things do tend to come apart. Especially these arm guards tend to come off very easily. The arm can rotate 360 degrees around. I don't want to do it for risk of these arm guards, but take my word for it, it can. The shoulders can move out about to that far. The arms have a bicep swivel, and that's popping off. Have a bicep swivel and a elbow swivel. Take my word for it. Again, these shoulder things, or these arm guards, tend to fall off very easily. So that's something you're going to want to take great care with. And let's see if I can get that back on there. Okay, it's back on. And then the wrists can rotate and move to a very minor extent, as they are on not a ball joint, but it functions like one. The chest can swivel and crunch and bend back. It can arch back to a very minor extent, and then you can have the henshin belt pop off, which is always appreciated. So be careful when posing the chest as well, because you can knock the henshin belt off, as I just showcased. Again, the other arm is exactly the same. The legs are on a ball joint, moving up about that far. Whoop, they can go a little bit further, but they're starting to pop off, so you're going to want to be careful. Then they can move back about that far without popping off, but then you also have a double knee bend, which is amazing. And the feet are on sort of a ball joint thing. I don't even understand what the joint is, and I built it. I also forgot to mention that the arms are on a double elbow bend, but it doesn't really work with these arm guards, and see, the arm just popped off. Again, be careful when posing this figure. That's really all there is for the articulation, so while I try to get this guy back together, I'll see you guys with the size comparison. For size comparison, we'll bring in the previous two figures that we reviewed, the high-grade Tallgeese 3 and the high-grade Death Scythe Hell, to get a little bit of a size comparison. As you can see, the Figure-rise Kamen Rider Kabuto towers over both of them. Those of you guys who are fans of Kamen Rider Kabuto, or just could see the artwork on the box, obviously this isn't all there is to this figure. So it looks like it's time to cast off. 君が願うことなら全てが現実になるだろう選ばれし者ならば想像を始めてる世界を元に戻すにはもう時間がない Moving fast 心も時計走らせ明日のその先へ君の隣戦うたび生まれ変わる目に見えるスピード超えてくモーション一体自分に抱いたれる強さ信じられるこの僕のビジョン見逃すなついてこれるなら And here we have Kamen Rider Kabuto striking his famous pose. This form of Kamen Rider Kabuto is just as spectacular as the previous form, and it looks so cool. Oh my gosh. He looks extremely sleek, just like he does in the show, and it just looks so good. And as you can see by the pose that he's in right now, posability has been cleared up quite a lot with the reduction of the getting rid of the huge bulking chest piece, and the huge shoulder pads made a world of difference when it comes to posability. When we get to that, I will definitely gush over it. And I just want to talk about the design of Kamen Rider Kabuto real quick, because he is possibly one of the coolest designed Kamen Riders ever. His design seems so simple, but it's just, there's something about it, man, that just, I love it. We'll check out the helmet sculpt real quick. We can move his helmet, or his arm back down now. Oh, get his arm back into place there. And now I don't have to worry about these, those bulky arm guards anymore because they are gonzo. Now the head sculpt looks really nice. Very show accurate too, which is important to a lot of people. And you can probably see already that there are a lot of stickers. Every white spot on here is a sticker, and this horn on the top here is completely covered in a sticker, which is unfortunate. That's probably the one downfall of this figure, is that it is heavily reliant on stickers. All this white is a sticker, this black is a sticker, this is a sticker. There's so many stickers. As you can see, there's also a sticker on the henshin belt in here. There's just so many stickers, these white bands. I could go on and on for days about how many stickers are on here, which is annoying, but once you get them on, the figure just looks amazing. And it still has the problem, it is a model kit, it's going to have bits pop off every now and again if I can get that back in there. But it's not too bad to pop it back in. Yeah, the design is done really well and is translated very well into this model kit form. Though I wish it could have a lot less stickers, it doesn't really bother me that much. But it looks nice. I'm good. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with the stickers since they are pretty nice looking stickers. And I haven't even used half of the sheet. I do like that they keep they actually implemented the shoulder pads and everything. I wasn't entirely sure how they were going to do that, but it was actually pretty clever. They have a peg on the back of the elbow joint that you just, or a hole, and you just peg it in, and it looks really cool. I was genuinely, when I was putting it together, I was wondering how they were going to do that, and they outsmarted me, I guess. It looks really cool though, so it's definitely a really cool design. And every little detail, like building this figure was probably the most fun I've had building anything ever. It was so much fun, because every little detail in here is, almost every detail they could make a different piece, they did. This black that's inside the chest here, that is a completely separate piece that you just like plugged in there, and it was just the creativity that I saw when I was putting this together. The guys who designed this deserve a medal because they did amazing. That's really about all I have to gush over for the figure itself. So he's in a really awkward pose right now, but that's a pretty good transition to start talking about articulation. So let's get right into that. As you can expect, it's extremely similar to what it was in the previous form. The head is on a ball joint thing. I don't even know what it is. It can chicken. That's all I know. It's on a ball joint on the head and then another ball joint. It's a double thing. I don't even know. But it can chicken, which is wonderful. Who doesn't want a chicken? And it can look down that far and up that far. You can look a pretty sizable amount up compared to how he was in the previous form. The arms can rotate 360 degrees, as I said in the previous one. The shoulder pads can move out quite a bit farther than the other shoulder pads can, and the arms can move out extremely far as well. You can get Jesus pose, which is wonderful. Who doesn't want to pose your Kabuto as Jesus? The shoulders can also pop out like this, though I'm not entirely sure what you'd ever want to use that for. Maybe a back forward, I don't know. It doesn't seem very useful to me. There is a bicep swivel. There is an double elbow bend. That if you can see that. And then the hand is on a swivel ball joint thingamabobber, and it's of course the same for the other side. So there is a lot of articulation in the hands, and you can get a lot of interesting poses out of it. Especially with that double elbow bend, it's really nice. So you can get a pointing pose, which is because everybody's always wanted a pointing pose, you know. Wonderful. He's got a headache. He's just like, oh man, I'm a little bit hungover from last night. But yeah, so you can get a lot of interesting poses out of the hands, and they are very dynamic. Let's get these back into place though. You also have the torso swivel, which is nice. You have the crunch and arching back, which is nice. Just very slightly arch back, but it's nice. That's really fun to do. So you can tilt side to side, as you would expect. And then you have the leg is still on a ball joint. The legs are exactly the same as they were in the other form, so I'm not even going to talk about them because they literally haven't changed whatsoever. So that's about all there is for articulation. Now we're going to go and talk about accessories. So as you can see here, we have quite a lot of accessories. We have Kabuto's kunai, and the accessory that allows you to turn it into its gun mode, into the kunai gun. Pew pew. You also get this other attachment that also attaches this to allow you to make the axe form. If I don't put it on backwards, upside down I mean. Let's see if I can get that in there, even. Does not, there we go. So you can get it into its axe form, which is cool. Though the only issue I have with this is that every detail on here is a sticker. So you have sticker, sticker, sticker. It's you know, it's insane at this point. It's blatant. Like, it's not even subtle. Then you also have this piece, which I can't seem to remember the name of off the top of my head. But this was also Hell on Earth. Just so you know, each one of these little sectors was hand placed, and that was Hell on Earth. I'll let you know. Jesus Christ. I had to cut them out and insert them all individually, and it was not fun. And then it has a big sticker on it, which is very obviously a sticker, but hey, it looks cool. So, you know. And then you have probably the coolest accessory that this has available. It's very simple. It doesn't look like it'd be the coolest thing ever. It's got two stickers on it. You know, it's a tiny little bug, right? It's the Kabuto Sector, as you've seen in both other forms, two different forms of it, but the wings on this open so that you can do the whole, whoop, don't drop it, do the whole Kabuto Sector flying to Kabuto, you know, because you know how he flies to him and then he puts it on his belt, yada yada. So that's really cool, and that's awesome, and this was a pain to build, because I did it with my hands. I should probably have used tweezers or something with pieces this small. This is, in comparison to Kabuto, it fits in his hand. That's kind of the whole point. And I did this by hand. I probably should have used tweezers or something, but I'm stupid, so, you know. But it's definitely a cool little thing to have you build, and it's really fun. If you can get it to focus. It's a really cool little thing. I do think it's nice that they included the little eyes on this sticker, and this sticker is peeling, and I've only had it on for maybe a day. So that just goes to show you how much stickers suck. But I do think it's nice they at least included the eyes on there, so it's kind of a show-accurate thing. Another accessory, you could call it, that is included with this set is this. Let's see if I can zoom out a little bit. This stand that they include that they give you to build, which is really cool, and it can peg right into the back of Kabuto. There's a little hole there. I don't know if you can see that. And you just peg that right in, and he's floating because he doesn't touch the ground. But this is really nice for a lot of different poses. So alongside with that, you get this little effect piece that allows you to do his rider kick. Okay, I didn't do a perfect job of recreating the pose, but I'd say it's Kabuto's fault for not having a traditional rider kick pose. Though this figure can also accommodate a traditional rider kick pose if you so desire. All in all, a nice figure, and I definitely recommend you pick it up if you're into Kamen Rider or if you like doing model kits. It's definitely a fun experience, and you get a really nice outcome, and it's much cheaper than going the figure art route. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're feeling up to it. Leave a comment down in the comment section below of what you want me to review next. I read all of my comments, and that's really about all I got to say, guys. Again, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.